Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Today we are planning out the week of November 13th through the 19th in my Aura Style Planner with my Caress Press inserts. This kit was a pop mystery kit from Scribble Prints Co. It is themed after the Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes movie. It is also a book, and yes, I am that person that read the book first, of course. I love all the spoilers. I read it when it first came out, so it wasn't too fresh in my mind, so I couldn't nitpick it as much as normal, or maybe if it was fresh in my mind. And then I did go ahead and steal the idea from Andrea of making this a mixed metal of gold hollow and lavender hollow. So all this foil is from either Scribble Prints Co. or Plan a Hannah, which you can use my code Rosey15 to save it, Hannah, or put Rosey in the notes if she's having a sale to still get my freebie. I do have a new freebie. Thanks again, Hannah, for having me another term. I'm really excited for this freebie, especially because this year I'm planning on using a ton of fitness kits. It just makes my heart happy, and I need to quit hoarding the kits I love for the perfect occasion and just use them, because I'm starting to just have a ton of kits I love that are never getting used, and it's a problem. And I almost all the time use kits that I don't necessarily love, but I use them just to use them because I don't have the perfect time to use that kit, and I'm over it. We are using the kits this year. Also, originally I had planned to use Leonard Designs Hunger Games themed kit this week, and I know I said this in my kit lineup, but I feel like heading into this week and not knowing if I would like how this movie came out, I thought this was the best chance to use this kit, because the Hunger Games, as well, a trilogy is the books, but there's 4 movies, as you all know. I know I watch them, at least a few times a year, so I would definitely use that kit again, and it is a bigger franchise. So I decided to hoard that kit and then take the opportunity to use this one, because I did think it was a big enough movie to want to represent. And I did go see the movie on opening night with my mom. My mom is somebody who had not read the books. She's seen all the Hunger Games once with me when they came out. She hasn't read any of those books either. So it was interesting to see her thoughts on it and my thoughts on it as somebody that has read all the books and is a big fan. Apparently, it was a long movie. It was over 2 hours, but apparently they tested a version that was an hour longer, and I would love to see that footage. My mom and I had opposite comments. I didn't mind the length of the movie, and she thought it dragged a bit. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. However, overall, I did really enjoy this movie. I did not expect to enjoy it as much as I did. I went in with very low expectations, because I feel like sometimes prequels, especially in the film industry, can be a money grab. The first thing that comes to mind is the Hobbit movies, but we won't even get started down that rabbit hole and tangent. But yes, I did really enjoy the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I was hoping to watch the first, the 4 Hunger Games movies leading up to it, but I didn't get them all done in time. But I did watch them all this week, and I ended up getting creative, which you'll see in a little bit, and using some leftover foil that I cut out of some full box overlays and stuff from the bundles from Hannah to mark watching those movies. Also, I'm not going to say where every single sticker is from in this plan with me, so if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave a comment in the description box down below. So I also was just thinking about where they could expand this franchise. I know the author says she currently doesn't have any plans on expanding it unless she has something to say in the future. I know a lot of people want Haymitch's games, but I don't think that would ever happen, because we have an actual clear picture on what happened in Haymitch's games. I would like Phoenix games, and I would also just like a game that we know nothing about. Maybe from a year that we know nothing about. I also think Mags games have potential and were kind of hinted at in Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes. If you know a lot about the lore. So in a comment down below, let me know like what you want, like where you want this to go. If you want more content, or if you're like, I'm so done with the Hunger Games, I'm bored, I want something new, let me know that too, because I know there's probably a mix out there. Although I know most people that saw it, it had good feedback. I'm just really excited for it to come out on streaming services, because I just really want to see it again. And I don't have the patience to drive to the movie theater and like sit there, like not in the comfort of my home, and go see it a second time. So I'm really looking forward to it coming out. Some other big things that happened this week is I got my weather station installed, which was gifted to me for my birthday, but I needed my dad's help, and it's been so interesting to like monitor the rain and the wind, and especially compared to my parents' house, because they live like 50 minutes an hour away, and sometimes it's drastically different, and that's just really interesting because they have one as well. I highly recommend getting one if you have a house or an apartment and you find that stuff interesting. It's also like a safety thing in case of like severe weather, like tornadoes or anything like that. Then this week we also put up my Christmas lights on my house, and my dad surprised me with these 2 Christmas Mickey and Minnie figurines, and they're just adorable and I love them to death. Then I did finish reading Britney Spears' A Woman in Me book, which I hesitate to say it was good because it was just really sad. A lot of it just made me really sad for her, and I hope that moving forward she can kind of change things around and have a much happier life. I don't know how she went through what she went through, but if you are in a dark place, I definitely don't recommend reading that book. Then this week I also started Fourth Wing, which, I mean, 5 out of 5 stars. I feel like everybody is talking about that book, that franchise right now. I am reading the second one currently as we speak. Spoiler alert, and I think I like it even more than the first so far. I'm about a third of the way through it, and I think the writing's improved. I can't say enough good things about the franchise. If you like fantasy, if you like world building, if you like dragons especially, I think you'd be really and creatures. I think you'd be really into the series. There is some romance, some minor smut, so just, keep that in mind. But I did really like it. Also, I'm so mad at myself for this. I ended up looking at quotes from the book and the movie and going with "nothing you can take from me was ever worth keeping." But I regret not going like "welcome to the 9th annual Hunger Games" at the bottom. If I'm being honest, that's the only thing I would change in this spread. Also, I just realized I was going to tell you, and then it slipped my mind. Right now, I'm filming this voiceover on New Year's Eve, so this is going to be my first plan with me of the new year, and I really hope that, like, the Hunger Games isn't, like, oh my gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? Isn't, like, foreshadowing my year by any means, because that would be horrible. But Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you all had a safe New Year. I am behind in Plan With Me, clearly. This is in November, so I am hoping to catch up. I think all the foil that I need, all the scripts for all the weeks up through until Christmas are all shipping currently or have shipped, so I will be definitely playing catch up on more Playing With Me soon. Sorry about that. Lucy started barking, so I had to immediately pause my voiceover. because nobody wants to listen to that nonsense. Also, I am enjoying a glass of wine on this New Year's Eve. I decided not to go out because if you haven't heard in any of my videos recently, I'm very peopled out right now, and the last thing I feel like doing is being around people, and also the last thing I feel like doing is putting myself around more germs for the potential to get sick, because I feel like it has to happen. Like, everybody at work's been hit with it, and I'm just waiting for my turn to come, you know? So I just don't feel like upping those odds by going out. And it's just also, it's Lucy's adoptiversary today, so like, I just want to spend the day with my dog, and just have a nice night in, stay up, binge watch the show I'm currently watching, do all the planner things tonight, y'all. I have done 2 bases, a day by day, all the editing for it, the scripts, I got some like PR graphics and stuff done, some graphics for next year done. I am on it. Like, I feel rejuvenated in the planner world. I feel refreshed. I'm so out of the funk today, I can't even tell you. I almost like there's like not enough planner stuff for me to do except like organize my collection, but I want to do like filming stuff, which I guess I could do like a organize my collection with me video. Would anybody like that? I don't know. Let me know if you'd be into that or not. Because I have tons of stickers to organize, like tons. And then I still want to go get some boxes to ship some destashed boxes to people. I haven't quite figured out yet how I would like to do that, but I just have so many stickers that I know other people would get the use out of more than me. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I desperately need to get my collection under control and make it manageable, but let's get into the day by day for this week. The first thing I did this Monday was sleep in, which, what a dream. That's something in the current month we're in has been a struggle. And then I tidied up my house a bit, which I tend to do on Mondays. And this day I did watch The Hunger Games, so I had to put that in. And then I did my workout, which it was full body strength. And then I think to get my steps in, I decided to walk on the treadmill. And I would like to add, my mom was still at my house this day. She'd been staying with me for a little bit, and then my dad came and installed my weather station. And then this night my mom and I watched the book club, The Next Adventure, because we had watched the original movie together. It was okay. The first one was better, but it was worth a watch once. It's definitely not one that's going to be in like a rotation or anything. Then Tuesday, I did my makeup and went to work. Then this day when I came home, it was my least favorite day of legs. And then I watched some Catching Fire this day. I was doing good with the movies, like up to this point. Then I did my nails and I did some planning this day. Lucy! I'm sorry. People in the neighborhood are launching off fireworks. It's just great. I did some planning, and then Mom and I watched the whole season of The Mole on Netflix. We used to love The Mole back in the day, and we enjoyed it. Then Wednesday I did my makeup, and then this morning we had our last work meeting of the year, which is crazy. And then I went to work, and then when I got home from work, I did my upper body workout. And then this day I watched Mockingjay Part 1. I really wanted to be able to watch Part 1 and Part 2 back to back, but I just did not make that happen, which it's fine. It's fine. Then here's the close-up of my first half of the week. You can just really see that gold foil shine right there. I love it. Then moving into the top of Thursday, I have my plan with me for the week, which was Keeper of the Keys. So I will link that in the eye in the top right hand corner up above. It is like Harry Potter Hagrid themed. Then I did some planning this day, and then my dad came over and we put up my Christmas lights, which took like the majority of the day. Because a lot of them quit working, so we had to go buy like replacement lights. And while Dad was doing that, that's when he found the Mickey and Minnie light up figurines for me and purchased those, so I had to put them in. And I just used this leftover Mickey head for my previous Mickey's Very Merry Christmas spread, which I can link as well. It's a slightly different gold hollow foil, but it was close enough that it was the best option, so I threw it in. And then this night was the night that Mom and I went to see the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, so I had to use the movie marquee and then an extra like songbird and snake from the bottom washi. And then Friday morning I did my makeup and I went into work, and we had like kind of a relaxing morning, and then like right as we were about to open, our big shipment came in, and it was like over 300 boxes. I wrote 100 because at the time that's what we were told, but it ended up being a lot more than that. It was very stressful. And then my mom left while I was at work, and when I came home, I did legs, which just made my day so much better. And I watched Mockingjay Part 2, and then this day I did some editing. Probably from whatever I had planned on Thursday. Honestly, at this point, who knows? Moving into Saturday the 18th, I did my core and cardio workout first thing in the morning, which this tends to be a trend on Saturdays recently, I have come to realize. And then I did my makeup and I went to work. Then this day, we got cookies at work, and it was really good. Then I finished reading A Woman in Me, and I started reading Fourth Wing. And I was just in my feelings this night. Don't know what about. I think it was just like a general in my feelings. Nothing happened. Like I didn't write a note about it or anything. It wasn't like a work thing or like whatever. I was just in my feelings because I have depression and I'm an emo kid at heart. Then Sunday the 19th, the first thing I did was my laundry, which is sheet Sunday. So I did my bedding and also my towels in my bathroom. And then this day, apparently I spent all day planning. I wrote all the planning all day. And this day, while I was planning, I watched all of the Maze Runner trilogy. So the Maze Runner, Scorch Trials, and Death Cure. I thought about watching Divergent because it's kind of long. Like both of those franchises are along the same vein as the Hunger Games. But it drives me crazy that franchise is unfinished. And then I did my scripts for all of the day-by-days that I had done, and then I did some editing this night to finish out this Hunger Games week, and here I am just putting in all the custom foil from Plannahannah to just make this spread extra, because you know I am loving my foiled scripts. I'm getting my scripts foiled. It just makes me really happy, and it makes the spreads extra. And if you've ever made your own scripts at home, depending on what kind of printer you have and the ink can stick together, and it's been very nice not having that happen. And honestly, it's like, wow, word vomit. Gold Hollow and Lavender Hollow are two foils that traditionally I would not pair together, but they just really work well for the spread, and they're one of those combos that when it hits hard, and I just love it. Also, I will link the script, the font that I used for these scripts down below in the description box, as always, in case you want to use it if you have any Hunger Games inspired spreads, because I mean it basically looks like the Hunger Games font. And let me know your opinions on the movie if you saw it. Also, if you've read Fourth Wing, I know that's like a big one right now. Let me know, but if you liked Fourth Wing, let me know other books that you would recommend, because I feel like I'm going to hit a reading slump after this because I don't know what to read. But that's going to bring us to the end of this plan with me. Don't forget to let me know what Hunger Games spinoff you would like next. Just know if you're struggling, you are not alone. My DMs on Instagram are always open for you. It is RoseyPlans, like it is here. Hit that big red subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and become one of my friends here on my channel. Yeah, I hope you all have a good day, afternoon, evening, wherever, whenever you are watching this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, friends!